Hey everybody, it is November 23rd, 2009. I am Sonic Suns, and it's been a while since I made a video. Sorry about that. I had some swine flu and some other nonsense. Also, you see I'm currently holding the camera because I left my tripod elsewhere, man. But anyway, I'm glad to be making videos again, and I'm here to talk to you about free thought, which is a very simple concept, and you'd think it would be so obvious and simple as to be universal, but it's not. Free thought means you believe in what's true regardless of anyone's dogma, regardless of any commonly held cultural belief, maybe in general or in a specific subculture, something that you're interested in, regardless of what any religion may say or what a government may say or what anyone anywhere may say. Basically, free thought says it is always wrong to believe something which is contrary to the facts. Doesn't matter who's doing it or in what domain or whatever. And you have to be free in your thinking if you want to have any hope of finding out what the facts are. It took several centuries for people to write this. I don't think it was around 1700 or something where free thought started coming around. Though, the predecessor of the concept existed for thousands of years, you could say. The general notion of don't put too much faith in dogma. Though a lot of people do put faith in dogma traditionally for thousands of years. There's been plenty of that because it's easier, right? It's so much easier to assume that someone else has the answer, or some book has the answer, some guy has all the answer, some organization. They've got it figured. They wrote it all down. Trust them completely. And free thought doesn't mean you should have complete non-trust. I said earlier, we shouldn't automatically believe what the government says. Well, no, but if say the government did some study with some actual scientists who are properly accredited, and blah blah blah, they found out something based on the facts. It all seems to be good. Then you can believe that. At least you can believe it to the extent something has been proven. And then if some other contrary evidence comes along, which is for some reason more believable, it's got more factual basis, then you would believe in that one instead. That's free thought. You trust everything exactly to the degree which it has proven itself to be trustworthy. Now, of course, the trouble with free thought is, well, not everyone necessarily wants to question all the dogmas ever. You know, uh, People tend to frown upon that. And remember, as I've said in a previous video titled The Circle of Normalcy, which states that just because what you believe is strange doesn't mean it's any better than anybody else's. Right? Strange things can be better, strange things can be worse, strange things can be merely different. Some people, I imagine, would like to call themselves free thinkers, when really what they've adopted is some other dogma, which is not the normal dogma. And they believe their own little dogma, whatever it is, regardless of the facts. And that's not real free thought, is it? The trouble with free thought, though, is people, even though you may have a full devotion to the facts, or a pretty good devotion anyway, people won't necessarily recognize that. And they'll see your new ideas as threatening in some way. And they may simply tell you that you're wrong, or they may, disparage you and insult you and shut you out from social circles and stuff as a mechanism of these things. It can get very, very awkward. So I attempt free thought myself. I like to consider myself a free thinker, or one who's trying a little anyway. I won't claim perfection. And that brings a few thoughts that don't necessarily jibe with the rest of the world. For instance, I was thinking recently about polyamory, which is the notion of more than two people altogether in some sort of romantic relationship. And there's also all sorts of variations on that, etc. And you know what? That seems to me a viable concept. I mean, certainly such a relationship could go wrong, but any relationship could go wrong. I think we ought to give that some more thought. But I brought this up to a couple people I knew, and there was resistance. And polyamorists have said that they've lost friendships sometimes. All depends on what communities you're in and so forth. But sometimes, someone will just stop talking to you because of your belief on that issue. Or, obviously, there's gay rights, for instance, is another thing that can be contentious in certain circles. And there's hundreds and thousands of other things. I like to think to myself about, how 100 or 1,000 years from now we may look back on ourselves and think of how backward we were. You know, maybe there's little things just all around that just don't make any sense, and we're all going along with it. Maybe in 100 years we've all decided to be vegetarians, or in 1,000 years or something. I don't know. 1,000 years is a pretty long time. the whole human species may be different in 1,000 years. But I'm just saying, though, maybe in the future, for instance, if we're all vegetarians, and then everyone looks back and goes, wow, why the heck did everyone go along with that eating meat idea? It's wrong for such and such reasons. Hundreds of things. What about all the people that are starving in the world and the rest of us not necessarily putting our full effort into that? Yeah, maybe we should do something better with regards to that and such. I dare say I don't have all the answers to all the questions. But I'm here advocating that we try to think freely and do things based on reality and not based on any random dogma. Thanks for watching. See you later.